Is it recording?
Yeah.
No, I'm blessed.
Oh, yeah, we just cut it out.
So my question is, what's your lot's take on everyone saying that Afrobeat shouldn't be played at Carnival? Or because
Nigerian, right?
I'm Nigerian.
Or because Burna Boy Last is the biggest song this summer. People are complaining, saying, "Rah, we're gonna go Carnival and hear Last." The timeline's divided. They're like, "Yeah, of course." They'd be like, "What? Are you mad?" No, it's a celebration of Caribbean music. So soca, dancehall.
I feel like it is. I feel like you know what the problem.
Gigs, you know?
Yeah.
No, you know what the thing is with Carnival, right? I feel like
you're done.
What? What's wrong with you, brother?
No, I feel like Carnival, bro. Carnival is, you know what I mean, mostly about Caribbean culture. But because we are in the UK and stuff like that, there's a tiny part of Carnival where we're like, we have a bit of our, you know what I mean, our culture in it. That's why you have tiny little...
You have what's it called? Nigerian
Nigerian corner.
Yeah, Nigerian corner.
You have little corners where you're like, it's not the whole Carnival.
Yeah.
There's certain sections. So it's not like you go through the whole Carnival and hear Last. You have to go to specific places. And I was like, that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? That's the bit of UK culture where it's an amalgamation of different things. And I feel like when people have an issue with that, it's like, come on. If people were like, they're playing Last throughout Carnival all day, I'd be like, I hear you. That is fucked up because it's fucking with what you lot are doing. But there's one specific corner. If I want to hear, you know, Rampage and all of them things, if I want to hear drill or whatever and so on, I have to go to a specific place that I have to find where there's limited space for, you know what I mean, whoever's there. And that's how it works. And I was like, that's cool because it's a tiny section in one corner of the Carnival. Drill, UK music, Afrobeats, 2 little stands or whatever. That's okay. You know what I mean?
What do you man think in regards to, because what have you got mixed or you just Trinidad
and Grenada as well. So
okay, cool. But do you go Carnival?
I haven't been Carnival like 5-6 years.
You man are from like. Do you come down through it?
I would come down for it. Yeah.
When I went to Carnival, I lived in
London.
London.
Okay,
so I've only been to like 3 or 4.
Okay.
But if they stopped Afrobeats, I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with it because I understand the fact that it's a celebration of the Caribbean culture. So it would be what it is. I just wouldn't. If I want to hear Afrobeats, I'll go to a club that night or something and hear Afrobeats. I wouldn't be that fast.
The reason I don't agree with it is because I feel like in terms of Caribbean culture, it's influenced a lot of music in the UK. It's influenced jungle, it's influenced garage,
of course.
It's influenced funky house, whatever. So generally speaking, all right then. So if that's the case, then when we go to the Carnival, don't play funky house.
Bro, look at
Don't
Burna
play
Marv.
garage. Don't play nothing.
Bro,
But
Marv.
the thing is, people won't say to you, don't play garage. People won't say to you, don't play funky house.
Just don't play Afrobeats.
But it's just like this African West Indian war. Like, let's allow it, man, because we should be the generation where we're like, do you know what? Our parents were very Af or very West Indian, so they knew no better. As in, like,
there was a direct
divide.
Yeah.
The Africans were like, they might have had an impression of the West Indians like, you ain't serious. The West Indians might have had an impression the Africans were like, you men are too serious, as in move. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas we're the gen where we went to school together, we chilled together.
We collaborated, man.
We collaborated. We know better. Do you know what I'm saying? So why are we bringing this same
energy to
dumb
Carnival?
energy down the line when we're like, don't play last at the Carnival? Like, bro, it's a big tune. You want to vibe. You can't tell me that the Carnival is only going to be West Indians. They're going to be Africans there as well. So I know it's a celebration of West Indian culture, but you have influenced bare shit in the UK.
Yeah.
Our dialects, our music. So why can't it merge? You know what I'm saying?
Burna's probably as African as he's ever been.
But even just Patra when Burna's...
Bro, literally, go back a few years.
Burna, not even a few, 10, 11 years ago. I used to listen to Burna time ago.
Influenced by, you know what I mean? So, and Burna's always shown love to Caribbean culture.
Even with Wizkid as well.
Yeah.
Wizkid, when you hear me talk Patra as well, when he's
But these men show love, so it's not even like these men don't rate the culture.
Yeah,
so these are men that are influenced. When you go back to Zimbabwe, you actually have Zimbabwean dancehall. I think I've told you, man, about this before. There's actually, you know what I mean, genre as Zimbabwean dancehall. Like when you look at Sizzler, when Sizzler used to go back, when Mugabe was about and stuff, Sizzler has land in Zimbabwe that the president gave him years ago. Like, you go to Zimbabwe, bro, it's one of the it's outside of the Caribbean, it's probably one of, if not the most, I'd say, you know what I mean, one of the most supportive of the culture. Like when you go out there and you hear certain man spitting, like, you've never been to Jamaica. Why'd you sound like that? No, that's how
sick.
that. No.
I'll get rattled if I
you
do
go
that.
back, bro,
Zimbabwe.
like, why'd you sound like that?
Yeah, there's people in Nigeria that sound like they're from America though.
But they love it. You know what I mean?
You ain't never been to Los Angeles, bro.
But
They
LA
have-
Lagos, man.
You know what I'm saying,
my
my
guy,
guy,
man.
from America.
They have
50 Cent, man.
20,000 people shows where the people coming out to listen to Zimbabwean dancehall because they support the thing. So that's why for me, I feel like it is supportive. And I was like, if it was a thing where it's half of Carnival is Afrobeats, I'd be like, that's too much.
Yeah,
You're
that's
now encouraging.
wild.
But like I said, when you go out to Carnival, bro, it's one float.
No, but
You know me, you man know damn well it's never more than one float. Even if it was 2 floats,
No,
out of a
Keith,
million people
I hear
over
what
a
you're
weekend.
saying, but my thing is this: even that whole thing of you saying like, even if it was half a carnival is too much. I hear that, but I'm saying, in terms of the UK, for example, I went Bournemouth on. Maddest story though, but I'll say in a bit. I went Bournemouth on Saturday. When you go to like out of London and you realise, bro, there's not many of us here, you know. Because when you're in London, you can kind of, or Manny or Birmingham, you can kind of be around your own people and think, there's bare of us here.
Yeah.
No, bro. When you go out of London properly, you see white people, then you be like, bro, a black person. You spot them like every like hour and a half. Oh, there's another black person still. So I'm saying, when we come together and have events, like, why are we divided?
What's the point?
bro?
Yeah, I was,
you know what I'm saying? Like, support each other, bro.
when you were speaking earlier, you actually made a valid point, and she like got me thinking about my own life and stuff like that. It's like when I was a kid, one of my cousins married an African girl, and then all of the Caribbean people sat on one side, all the African people, and the families literally did not speak for the entire time. And I had no idea what the issue was.
Yeah.
My dad tried to explain it to me, and I still didn't understand.
When you say Africa, where?
Oh, I was a youth, fam. I don't remember.
You don't know where she's from? Man.
I don't know where she's from. I think she, it might have been Ghanaian. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I was like 5 or 6.
Okay.
I don't remember. But then even moving on from there, like we speak about all the time, like growing up in school, like in our age group and stuff like that, it literally wasn't cool to be African. Like it was cool to say you're from Jamaica. Even when you're not from Jamaica, you just allow people to say you're from Jamaica.
Yeah.
But it wasn't cool to say you're African. And you grow up with all these just like stereotypes and stuff like that. And even when we were at uni, which wasn't even that long ago, we're talking like 12, 13 years ago, when Afrobeat started popping and stuff like that, bro, when dancehall's popping, everyone's on the dance floor. As soon as Afrobeats, myself
off, yeah.
and all the Caribbean people would just sit at the bar. And no one's dancing. And then as the years are going, now it's actually integrated. So it's like, what is the point of having this one day a year where we're still like,
Separated.
they're separate again?
Yeah.
It's just, it doesn't, like, when I think about culture, I think, what is my version of culture? And culture evolves. And it's just like, why would you forcibly
Negate.
stop it?
Yeah.
Because then you're just going back to the point where I'm sitting at the bar, I'm not enjoying Afrobeats.
I think it's a hard one. One, because I get the ones who appreciate the sentiment, like where it's come from. When Carnival's not just something that happened yesterday, it's been here. So those people go for a particular, and I guess for those people going and then seeing it kind of taken over in a sense is why they would have that little. It's just adapting to change. A lot of people are not going to appreciate that London is multicultural. They see it as, no, I stay in my like little Jamaica, should I say, and all I see is. So I get it. I get the argument, but at the same time, it just shows how much Afrobeats is growing. Because like you said, there was a time where it used to play, and I can't lie to you. There's times I've been up to the DJ like, my brother, listen, I hear you want to play my man, but brother, look,
Look at the dance floor.
yeah, man, like,
It's empty.
hurry up, man. Like to the point where I remember back then, it was like Afrobeats was 20-minute sets. Now you can play Afrobeats for 2 hours, and you're not repeating songs, and you're holding a vibe. So. It's nice. It's nice to see.
When we were in uni, it was definitely a lot of the same songs.
Yeah, same songs, just
Yeah.
looping like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
three,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
You
15
know what I'm saying?
Every
But
time.
it's like that now. Like if you think about it, to the DJs who aren't advanced, ask them to play the top 6. They'll play the bait free Amapiano songs, and they might mix it into.
Yeah, but I feel like when you get the good, like back
When you get
then,
a good
even,
one.
back then, even if you had a good Afrobeats DJ, there was only a few songs that were mainstream enough for people to get. Now, you know what I mean? When I say Afrobeats right now, bro, you can have a Afrobeats night.
brother. Back then you could only do LA Lounge. That's Afrobeats.
Mm.
And what's the other one? Coca-Cola or something like that.
Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
yeah, Steam Bar. Yeah,
But now, bruv, you can go West End
And hear it.
and hear
You know
it.
what I mean? Even
But
Amapiano.
America is popping off right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you go to America, I went the other day, I'm hearing Last, Essence, I'm hearing bare.
And all of the
And the thing is,
young
they
ones
know
are
all the
coming up
words.
as well. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Americans,
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
even like Americans like, what the fuck is this? No, they're singing along. They're using it on Reels, TikToks. Like Burner's doing American tours.
Bro, there's
You know
some
what I'm saying?
there's some girls from Houston that me and Margs are cool with. You know, what I mean, I actually met them through Margs, and it was funny because this was a couple months ago. So they heard Lost Lost for the first time ever in my car. We picked them up from the train station and they heard Lost Lost for the first time ever in my car. Then they went back and the girl was like, yo, we got back and that song was crazy. And she was like, we'd never heard anything like that. And it was crazy. Like, so she then came back. That's when we had the conversation. She was like, this song took off over there. She was like, I've never seen anything like it. And remember, Houston is the highest number of Nigerians outside of Nigeria, essentially. But with her,
is it?
Is it swear?
Yeah,
Houston.
Yeah.
In terms of Atlanta and Houston, in terms of black communities,
They're the biggest.
in Georgia, black people are the majority in Georgia.
and Houston
And in
has
Houston,
a very
it's
high
like
number of
another-
Nigerians.
Yeah, very affluent as well.
Mad.
That's why a lot of black people like moving over there.
Yeah, I think Atlanta's the most affluent black community, but Houston is like second.
I was
very
speaking to
close behind.
I was speaking to Conan yesterday because they did Albania.
Albania.
Exactly. They got booked to play at Albania a couple
That
days ago.
surprised
Fucking
me.
hell.
And he was like, but there's a rapper out there who's basically invited. He used his connects to invite all of the popping rappers
Okay.
and stuff. And he's like, bro, you'd be so shocked as to how much people fuck with you outside of the UK.
Yeah.
And to say that statement and compare it to like when YB's, so he's Central C's manager, and he posted that out of all the Central
They
C's
got 100.
streams,
They got 100 shows.
15% of his streams are from the UK,
No, but you see, he said in the summer they had 100 shows or something like that,
all over.
and like 96 or 94, 95 or 96 of them were out of like
Yeah,
the UK.
he's only doing like 2 in the UK.
Wow.
Like his fan base is crazy.
Gone, like,
He's gone. He's gone.
Who's
Literally.
Central?
What? But he's doing Morocco. He could do every single country in the Europe.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
literally,
Wild,
15% of his streams on Spotify
It's UK.
are from the
See
UK.
how mad it is.
That's
Wow.
insane.
That's what I'm saying. And obviously I used that to when I was speaking to Conan about it. And Conan was like, bro, the amount of love we get outside the ends is crazy. But a lot of us have that fear of we want to stay in the ends.
Of course.
Nah, we need to get out, man. So when he went Albania, he said, I think he performed in front of, I think he said, don't quote me on this. I think he said 22,000 people. I was like,
Eh?
"Wow." Yeah,
Albania?
brother.
That's
listen,
fair enough. Fair play.
It's not a joke.
Fair play.
They fuck with us, man. Outside London, outside the
England,
UK,
yeah.
they fuck with us, man.